Morning. It is Wednesday, March the 2nd, I think. Matt's helping me out again today. Matt might be helping me out with videos for the foreseeable future. That's okay. Woo, the more the merrier. So today what we're going to do, Matt's not feeling real great. And it's a good time for it because the weather keeps shifting and everybody keeps bringing home the creeping crud. So we're going to make the cold and flu tea recipe tea. Cold and flu recipe tea. Cold and flu tea recipe. We're going to make tea. It's for colds and flus. I hope that helps. So what I'm going to do is walk through the recipe real quick with you. And yeah, that'll be it. So in this recipe we're going to use ginger root. We're going to use sage. You want to use culinary sage for this. You don't want to use like a white sage because a white sage is an incense sage and it's not the best thing to be thrown into your tea. We're going to use some rosemary. You can use either rosemary or thyme. We're going to use stevia and we're going to use lemon peel and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Woo! So you're going to take your ginger. This is dried ginger. You can do smaller batches of this with like a fresh ginger too. So we're going to do 2 parts of dried ginger. So this is a ½ cup measure. I'm going to use a ½ cup as 2 parts, which means a ¼ cup is equal to 1. So ginger, 2 parts. Open up. Okay. Ginger. I always like to put my lids on right away so that I don't forget where they go. Now technically this isn't a tea. Technically this is a tisane or this is an herbal blend because there is no actual tea leaf in it. So it's not, you cannot technically call it a tea, but most people are going to refer to this as a tea because it's hot, you drink it. So this is a sage. This is 2 parts of sage. So now we're at 2 ginger, 2 sage. Okay. And then we're going to use the thyme or the rosemary. We're going to do 2 parts of that. So to back things up a little bit, the ginger is a warming spice, and it's good for your immune system. The sage is a good one for working with antihistamines. The rosemary and the thyme are good for antibiotic and antiviral. Then we're going to use stevia leaves, and we're just pretty much using stevia leaves for taste. This should sweeten things up a little bit. This is only 1 part. So I'm only going to go to the ¼ cup marker on this cup. Okay? Or a little more maybe. And then we're going to use lemon peel. We want 2 parts of lemon peel, and this is good for vitamin C. You can also use orange peel if you prefer. Well, look who's got to buy some new lemon peel. Woo! Okay. And then cayenne pepper, you're going to put in 8 parts of cayenne pepper. Don't put in 8 parts of cayenne pepper. You'll never be able to drink it. Just put a little tiny bit of cayenne pepper. So what I do is I usually take like a little spoon, or I'll take like the little edge of this guy here. And you just want to throw just a little tiny bit in there. This says a pinch. But I don't like to actually pinch it with my fingers because, well, it's cayenne pepper. I have a tendency to touch my face a lot. That's not a happy ending. So we have everything in there, and now you just want to like Taylor Swift it, shake it off. Just ignore the bad jokes. It's all we got, folks, is bad ones, just bad ones. So now we have a very lovely little tea, tisane, herbal blend. And you would use this like you would any other tea. You would take a, teaspoon of it, put a teaspoon of it into your tea ball or right into your teacup, and you'd steep it for about 5 to 7 minutes because you have that ginger root in there, and you have the lemon peel and the ginger root are in there, and both of those are harder substances. So you're going to want to steep a little bit longer. So about 5 to 7 minutes. If you need to put honey in it, that's great. If you want to put cinnamon in it too, that's great as well. And yeah, you can have this several times a day, as much as your little belly can help, you know, as much as it can handle. It's not going to hurt you. Not in this particular form. It's not. And there you go. So that's today's cold and flu tea recipe. I am up to 16 hours on my community service, so I'm trucking along. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of speed. And today's charity that I want to mention is the Alzheimer's Association. The Alzheimer's Association is very close to home for me. I've had a few family members now that have been diagnosed with what they believe is Alzheimer's, and have since passed. I also have a history of having worked with Alzheimer's as an Alzheimer's specialist, as a CNA. It's where my original training comes from as far as my nursing home work goes. And I did it for many years within institutions and group homes. And I finished out my Alzheimer's care in private settings and private homes with individual clients who I became family with for the most part. But the Alzheimer's Association, what they do is they help to provide support for the people who both have Alzheimer's and for the family members who help to take care of those people with Alzheimer's. They provide information, they provide support, they provide groups so that you can have someplace where you can go and share your story with other people of a like mind. All in all, they're a really great association. You can find them online at alz.org. And again, that's the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org. So I thank you guys for watching today. For those of you who need the cold and flu tea, good luck. I hope you feel better soon. For those of you who don't need it, huzzah, you just learned a new recipe. Woo! So I hope you have a great week. It's starting to warm up out there, beginning to feel like spring. So I'll see you next week. Bye.